So, hello and welcome to this Monday's edition of the Game Changer Movement Virtual Living Room. We are in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, en route to the Philadelphia airport. And it's been an amazing week and an amazing month, I guess. Well, life and this month specifically has just been such an amazing set of experiences, and this past week was no exception. And in fact, sort of several full circle moments have happened. So I just wanted to launch into an update section like no other. And I mean, I feel like anyone who's been in the Game Changer energy for any period of time may remember that a while ago I had this vision of like collaborating with India Ari, and I was doing a lot of intentional networking to try to create an opportunity to meet her. And lo and behold, instead of using all that energy to make something happen, something just kind of came out of the sky as a miracle, and it was really amazing to experience. So Carol and I went to experience a performance by an amazing being and musician and person, and someone named Tina Malia, and she was accompanied by two other amazing souls. And then in the middle of the show, there was like conversation about requests and what songs they were actually going to do, given that the performance was at an ashram that sort of had a sense of early to bed kind of, or low volume kind of existence. So halfway through the show, Tina peers out into the audience and specifically makes eye contact with this woman who looked familiar to me, and she said, like, have you decided on a song that you're gonna do or whatever? And I look over and see who she's looking at, and like my gut, like, not that I had met her in person before, but my gut said that's India Ari. And so I turned to Carol and I said, I think that's India Ari. And she's like, I don't know, whatever. And then like 3 songs later, it was revealed that lo and behold, there she was. And so it was just it was a beautiful experience, just very humble, very soulful. And at the end of the show, we got to just connect with all the performers and just show up in gratitude and collaboration. And we shared what we wanted to, who we were with the Game Changer movement. And there was this song about healing this land, and just so Tina Malia was just calling out to all of us who are in the world of purpose and service, and it just like gave everyone goosebumps and tears and just a sense of global planetary urgency. And so I'm just so grateful to Carol, because I mean, 2 months ago she's like, I got these 2 tickets to the show, like, you want to go? And I'm like, yeah. And so what ensued was basically, someone else has given us props, so whoever that is, thank you. Oh, there you are, Ithar. I don't know if you can join in, but you're welcome. So yeah, we miss you. I hope the technology wherever you are has enhanced, but if it hasn't enhanced to the point where video is a thing for you, then we'll share these updates. But we want to really speed is I hear ya. Okay, well, so here are the updates that are perfect for you, because not the next stop, but the next intention is Manchester. And so with the conversations that we had with both Tina Malia and India Ari, and I'm just like, my arms are just like riddled with goosebumps just saying that name. I mean, it feels a lot like our experience either in Manchester, where we just like walk in and just experience, what Magic can be. And, Carol and I are convinced that Manchester happened so that we meet you, Ethar. So, I mean, it's just awesome. So same with, some of the other updates that I want to share before we can just dive into more. No, it's true, Ethar. It's not a joke. It's like you're the man there, and we are so excited to be working with you. Yeah, me too. So I guess that was the other thing is like, some of the ideas that showed up and have been showing up ever since this vision was, coming through, was just the idea of having a competition, like a dress designing competition where kids used repurposed violent video games as a means for creativity, and so like it's sort of like the secret ingredient in Iron Chef or whatever. So now we're gonna see if India Ari and/or Tina Malia will kind of officiate the contest where they would agree to wear a dress on tour that was made out of repurposed violent video games, so long as it didn't hurt them. And I guess the other part of this vision that sort of started, and this is where we're going to need your help, Ethar, is we want to create a platform by which musicians can register their support and pledge to accept violent video games as, a ticket price for entry into their performances along the way. So basically creating a platform for this exchange where eventually we will, create a pathway to send the DVDs somewhere, whether it's Colorado, whether it's Ithaca, Manchester, I guess the other, I don't remember where we were in the update path from Las Vegas, but I think something happened in Las Vegas the day after our last blab, where we went to visit a place called Peace Love Studios, and found it was a perfect venue to work with kids. So I mean, there's two ready-made venues for action, like real action with kids in Las Vegas, and more than ever before. I mean, the schools that surround Downtown Project are literally 100% free lunch. So what that means is all of the kids who attend those schools have parents whose income qualify for the free lunch program, and we just want to love those communities up and as best as we possibly can. Welcome, Dr. Corey. I don't know if we know each other very well, but we'd love to know you. Hey, so I don't normally just let people on, but I'm having a good feeling and hope to say hello. Wow, you have 649 followers. That's a beautiful thing too. Hello, Dr. Corey.
Hello, Mr. Eric.
I don't know if I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
There we go.
I can hear you, but then I get a lot of feedback. So, yeah.
Let me see. Better?
Did you have, I'm just, given that I can't hear very well, do you have something to share?
Yeah. This is a virtual living room that you're basically talking about.
I mean, this is what we're creating. Like, this is what we call the virtual living room. I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of feedback, but
yeah, it's echoes.
Yeah.
Let me. I come back.
Okay.
I'll refresh and come back.
Alrighty. So I have to turn my volume way down in order to cut down on feedback, but maybe we'll have this more of an update call, and maybe next week we'll have more of a conversation, because can't make any promises because I don't exactly know where I'll be next Monday. And I feel like that's the other beautiful part of the Game Changer movement is that as much as we do know, there's so much that we don't know, and like we're and it's just great. Like so I just wanted to give space to Carol because Carol, coming across the pond and just saying yes to all of this and everywhere we went, this past month.
So saying yes has been a huge thing for my evolution right now, and saying yes to going to the Collision event in New Orleans exposed me to a world of what the internet can bring and can do to change the world on a very easy to set up platform, and as well as enjoying music. It was another beautiful part of that week in New Orleans. And then going to Las Vegas, Eric exposed me to Fremont Street area, which is an amazing project that the Zappos man has brought to life and helped others enjoy their lives more. And I really like the Writer's Block, this place that we went, where they have kids learning how to make books and just amazing things going on in the world, and we're part of it. And we'd like to invite more people to participate, collaborate, and generate platforms where people can live in a peaceful, loving way.
Yeah, I feel like the theme was really platform. There's even talk of just creating platforms for people who are just of more a spiritual existence, to just have a place to call home and to receive their downloads, because and this was it may lose some people in this, but I don't necessarily care in a way because it's just so pertinent. And so all of this world, what I've been learning or what we've been learning is that there's humans typically think in a linear way, and we are living in non-linear times, especially with both with the convergence of spirituality and Moore's law and the internet. So and I feel like that's the whole point, is that non-linearity is done. Linearity is what is being disrupted on so many different planes, whether it's the spiritual path or the digital path. So and I just feel like that's what I really experienced, or what we really experienced this past Saturday night, is so there's this moment I'm just gonna share about it. So when India Ari came on the stage and shared a song in Tina Malia's show, there was this understanding that that people were going to be taking digital video right away, and that this was going to go onto YouTube right away. And so they did a little bit of primping, so they got themselves better positioned for whatever Facebook or YouTube was gonna, however Facebook or YouTube was gonna present them to the world. So all that being said, what really happened was, and what kind of hushed the crowd in a beautiful way was India Ari saying, no matter what I look like, I'm worthy, and I feel like that's where there was this convergence between the digital and the spiritual community, is we're all here for a reason. We are all, very much, essential to this planet, and now more than ever, and especially, as I'm gonna welcome Chris in, and let you know, Chris, that I want to welcome you in, but I can't hear a word you're saying. So, because in advance, so maybe we use sign language, but yeah. So, So we're on location in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, en route to the airport, as Carol is going to be on her way home in the next 3.5 hours, and so it's just an amazing time. And so, but this past weekend where we experienced this new New York City, this sort of spiritual convergence was unbelievable. And anyone that, I have documents literally stating that I want to work directly with India Ari, because like she's got this song that part of the lyrics say like, if we're going to do this, we need to change the game, and so like it's just so the good news, Chris, is other people can hear you. I just have my volume way down because I hear a lot of feedback because I'm sitting in a co-op in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. So I can entrust you with the floor if there's anything you want to share, and just give me a signal when if there's something you want to share, and then when you're done, or I'll just see that your lips have stopped moving or something.
You're good. You're good. Go ahead and continue. You can go.
That was it?
Yeah, I was just... I'll text you so you can see me.
I think I need to invest in a pair of headphones. I think a pair of headphones would probably, get rid of the feedback loop. So, it's not that I don't have them. I just I didn't think that they would be as necessary as they are now. I guess now that you're all on board, and maybe we'll have a more substantive, full on conversation next week. But as far as like delegation next steps, because the other key kind of takeaway from this past week is just dreams plus action really it is time to blow this thing up. So and in the best of ways. So Carol is going to go home with digital imagery of all the pieces that we've made in the past, and we're going to turn that into a set of cards and posters and lots of other ways to share the art of the Game Changer movement. And then another update that we wanted to share is that we're going to be collaborating with an organization called Artunity, and we may be doing a shared crowdfunding effort with them, because they have technology that is perfectly aligned with what we're up to in the world. And so, sure, I can spell that one. It's Art, ARTUN. I'll just write it. And it may not be too widely known on the internet, but that's how it's spelled.
Okay.
And he's sort of got a secret sauce that we're gonna try to protect from anyone else who would bring it to the world before he does. And I feel like this is another reason for a larger conversation too, is that what do we do? Because we're leaning into a world where more transparency and just sharing and collaboration versus competition exists. And how do we hold space for new upstart ideas that are ready to come first and fierce to market? So in a way, the crowdfunding space reveals a lot of the intellectual property that can then be exploited by people with deeper pockets or what have you. So on the flip side, some of these concepts are so novel and beautifully unique that there's no one else in this space saying, I want to inspire kids to trade in violent video games and shatter them into pieces and make mosaic art. Like this is our pathway. Like I'm ridiculous. It's not even confident. I'm just like, I have a deep and clear knowing that this is what we are here to do. And so, but I mean, what I'm just grateful for is just like the divinely perfect, perfect timing, even though it's not, like I was intentional about, yes, 3D printers using graphene, that's already here. Like, and we've met people at Collision that are using graphene composites, so that's what the rest of this week is all about, to just really, connect with those people, see if we can get a very, somewhere like around a bit $10,000 3D printer donated, our way. And yes, connecting the dots. So there's just a lot of dots, and so, what I feel so grateful for is like this team is really feeling more and more solid and more loving, and I guess that's what was, so my early, vision was to do what we want to do with Lady Gaga, because she's got this like, crazy following, and I'm not opposed to working with her, but like my heart and my soul said no, like India.Arie, and who shows up first, but like just out of the ether or ether or whatever, is thank you for laughing at that rather than being offended by that. So it's just a really, really good time and really grounded, and it just feels so good to share this with people who are like-hearted and like-souled, because it is an and movement rather than an or movement, and that being said, like the core team, like we need to just come at it from heart, and so like we can have our plan and our timeline and our strategic vision, and then whenever it's right, India.Arie just shows up behind you like 3 rows back in a very beautiful, so okay, so I guess the action steps for Chris would be, let's get ready to, promote the cards and the posters and things like, so I mean, I think, we should have, not necessarily an offline conversation, but conversation as to what the kits for the schools, really look like to do, an event, a game changer event. We've got locations in Las Vegas, and of course in your hometown, and then of course with Ethar, where we're going to do the hack days as well as build some art. And okay, let's set a date and time that everyone is available. Okay, what do you think? Wednesday?
What's that date? The 19th?
Thursday's the 19th. That's the 18th. Yeah.
The 18th.
Yeah, 18th. So how does Wednesday work for you, Chris? Yeah. What time? For me, it would be better early-ish in the Eastern time zone, so somewhere between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. So what that would make it somewhere between 2 and, yeah. So how does 8:30 a.m. Eastern time sound? Too early? Oh, 9 a.m. sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 o'clock for me.
So Wednesday is bad for Ethar. What day is good for you, Ethar? Okay, so this whole week is awful.
All right. Well,
so we'll connect, kind of in a one-off way, and maybe we can schedule a 15-minute call whenever it works for you. I am like 100% follow-up man today, like this week, So I mean, now that this month has sort of in terms of the Carol month, the Carol being in the U.S. month is coming to an end. I can, good, Sunday would work. Sunday's a good day for me normally as well. So, how about for you? Yeah. So, So I mean, why don't we go with both Wednesday and Sunday? How does it work? How does Sunday look for you, Chris? Yeah, awesome. So what I'll do after this is I'll set up an email loop where we can, just put our calendars together and start scheduling things. And because Chris, my friend from Artunity wants to meet you as well, because like there's a lot of crossover, and I mean it's happening.
Like we would be really good together.
Yeah, so I mean, this dude is like, he was like you in a different body, like it was really awesome to like, I just can't wait to put you two together, because it's just a really, I mean, like, I guess that's what the global download is like, we're going to be able to choose our team, and, we don't need to cut any corners, in order to do it from the heart, and we have like everything we already need, so and everyone shows up is just who shows up is welcome and perfectly timed. And so with that said, I will keep this, all you'll need is something to pull from me. Tell me what that means.
So what does he want to say?
I think are you available to talk? Hey, Athar? Oh, you can hear me. Okay. So my thought was, can you guys read my lips? You just read my lips, Eric. All right. So we'll meet on Wednesday, kind of get a basic idea of what we're thinking, and then we'll just catch you up to speed on Sunday, and then we can take it to the next level on Sunday. Does that sound good?
Perfect. Yes. Awesome. And cool. Welcome, the Scriptin, whoever that is. And Angela just joined too. Wow. So we're gonna close for now, only because we're gonna head towards the airport, and we want to get Carol to the airport on time. And
Say more.
Yeah, Angela, are you now going under the Scriptin? Is that who your new identity is? Or are you two totally different people? Oh, cool. Awesome. So I'll just kind of recap, because we're in a co-op, which is like a supermarket, the volume here is totally down, and I couldn't hear anyone else talk, so perhaps Blab was not necessarily the best format for a conversation at this point. But we want to just keep things as whatever it means, like business as usual as possible. Not that anything is business as usual by any means, because it's just so perfect. And I mean, I'm just like so grateful to share all these updates with all of you, and I promise that wherever next week's call happens from, it will be from a place where audio will work, and we can actually, or I will have the necessary accoutrements to be on location anywhere. So but thank you all yes, I have them. It's all good. I just didn't bring them with me to this particular venue. So thank you all for joining. I will offer this up, given that I can't hear, but a lot of you all are on and could possibly hear. If you want to just keep the blab open, is that a possibility? If I leave, but the blab stays open, maybe. Okay. Well, how about this? I'll say goodbye for now, and if my hanging up ends the blab, then we'll regroup. So Angela, so we're gonna have a collaborative call at 9 a.m. Eastern time on Wednesday to just kind of like have a working delegation kind of conversation. And you are totally not tomorrow, Wednesday, unless I skipped a day in my head and we're really late with the airplane. So Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern, the 18th of May. No worries, this calendar is getting away from me too. So, and for any of you who want to send presents, but instead of presents, send donations to the Game Changer Movement. My birthday is Thursday, so whatever that means. But yeah, so the quick update, Angela, is that we had thank you. We had a really beautiful connection with India Ari, as well as a woman named Tina Malia. They're both beautiful cosmic performers. And I guess oh, I'm glad you love her. So, I mean, I guess what I didn't yet share is that, like, in the conversation with India, she's like, oh yeah, and I just did something really cool with Oprah. And so, like, like Carol and I both had this, like, instantaneous vision of, like, the Game Changer Movement and Oprah being a thing. So yeah. So it's on, I mean, like, with a journey in this energy, it's just, we just get out of its own way and let it be. So, but thank you all for being part of the unfolding, and we'll talk in 2 days, and then we're going to have another conversation Sunday at some time, and then we'll do another blab, another virtual living room next Monday with technology in place, or yes, love you too, and we'll see you soon. So I'm so excited, so grateful. And Ethar, will you be in a place on Sunday where voices can be heard, or like maybe even an update, 10-minute update on Wednesday?
Well, you gotta go. You gotta get to that airport.
Okay, understood. Very good. Alrighty, we will be prepared either way. And thank you all so much. And don't play with the airport. Alrighty, we won't. Alrighty, we'll see you all soon. And thank you so much for jumping on. And yeah, safe travels to Carol from. Yay. So yeah, all right, see you soon. Bye.
All right, well, that was fun. They're off to the airport, and in case you guys missed it, we're going to recap on Wednesday at 9 a.m. and I'll make sure all that info goes out to anybody that needs it, and then we'll try and circle back around for another priority meeting. I mean, the main thing is that what I'm looking to get is some action steps, right? So I feel like there's a lot of conversations going on, but not necessarily a whole lot of delegating specific tasks. So that's what I want to make sure we accomplish over the next week, is just to have some incremental steps of, what direction we're going and how we're, we have this vision of where we want to go. We just got to figure out how we're going to get there. So I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday if you come, and if not, I'll see you Sunday. All right. Bye.